Hello there everyone and welcome to Doodle Bouquet Layering Guide video. So first up, what I've done is I have stamped the large image from the stamp set onto some white cardstock using obsidian ink. I'm then going to take the first stencil from the stencil set and I'm just going to pop that into place onto the leaves that we have. For this layer here, I will be using some of the grass field ink and a large blending tool. Once that's done, I'm then going to move on to stencil number 2 and I'm going to pop in the rest of the leaves that we have in the center. For this, I will be using a mini blending tool and I'm going to be using some of the bamboo ink to add a really fresh green there. Once that's done, I can spin the stencil round and this is going to add in the dark spots to the leaves that we've just added in, so the ones that we did with bamboo. And for this, I will be using the olive ink to add in that darker color there. Once that's done, I can move that stencil around again, and this is going to color in the 2 flowers that you can see that I have here. And for these ones, I will be using the Mountain Mist ink to add that really light shade there. I'm then going to move on to the next stencil, and this is going to add in the rest of the flowers that we have. So for these petals, I will be using the pink diamond ink for a really beautiful soft pink color for the rest of the flowers. I am using a small blending tool, but you could use a larger one if you so wished. Once that's done, I can move on to the first stencil that we use, and I'm just going to pop in the rest of the leaves that I forgot to add on, and I'm just going to use the grass field for that one. I'm then going to move on to the stencil that's going to add in the shadow for all of the little petals that we have. So I'm going to add the pink ones first, and I'm going to be using Pinkalicious ink to add those in. I can then scoot that stencil over and then add in the blue ones, and for this layer here I will be using the Volcano Lake ink to add that darker shade to those. Once that's done, we can move on to the last stencil, and this is going to add in the flower centers. So for all of the flower centers, I will be using the Snapdragon ink. I'm just using a mini blending tool for this, but you could use a larger one if you wanted to. Once that's done, I can shift the stencil up, and this is going to add in all of the little stems, and I'm just going to be using some of the Shadow Creek ink to add that through the stencil and finish off the flowers. Once that's done there, I can just add in this last leaf down here again with that grass field ink, and I'm just going to pop that into place there. Once that has been done, that is all of the layering complete. We really do hope this video helps. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye bye.